Hello, who are you? I'm the BCS. Oh, you mean that ridiculous system for determining college football's national champion? Yes, that is me. Nice to meet me. Why is there no playoff system in college football, you dumb shit? We don't care about actually crowning the best team the champion. Right now, college football's champion is determined by a back-ass awards method consisting of human polls and computer rankings. Even if there are several deserving teams, only two teams can get picked for the championship game. But what about when there are multiple teams with similar records? We have no answer for that. What about when more than two teams go undefeated? We have no answer for that. How often does the number one or number two team at the end of the regular season in college basketball win the championship? Sometimes. Oh, so often they don't win? Shouldn't championships be decided on the field? Yes, that would be nice. But right now, the four major bowls make too much money and the Big Six conferences hoard much of that money. It is not in their interest to change the system. But what about the interest of the college football fans? Mr. BCS, do you know that in 2003 the number one team in both of the human polls didn't even get to play for the national championship, because the BCS rated them number 3? Why should I care? Do you know that in 2004, Auburn went undefeated in the always difficult SEC, and didn't even get to play for the national championship? Why should I care? Do you know that Utah was undefeated that year as well, and won the Fiesta Bowl game by 28 points? Big fucking deal. Do you know that in 2006, an undefeated Boise State team was not even considered for the national championship game? Why should I care? Do you know that the unanimous number one team that year was blown out by 27 points in the championship game? Buckeyes. Do you know that the entire system was a huge fucking mess in 2007? Do you know that in 2008, Utah again went undefeated, but was not considered for a spot in the championship game? Why should I care? Do you know that Texas beat Oklahoma that year head-to-head and both teams finished with equal records, but somehow Oklahoma got into the championship game? Why should I care? Aren't championships in sports supposed to be decided on the field? That would be nice. Do you know that Texas beat Oklahoma by 10 points on a neutral field? I'm aware of that, yes. How could Oklahoma be picked over Texas that year? Because the system is all fucked up. Do you know that Oklahoma lost to Florida in the so-called championship game? Yes. Do you know that Texas beat Ohio State in their bowl game? Yes. Do you know that Utah completed an undefeated season, in which they won at Michigan, by defeating Alabama in the Sugar Bowl? Yes. So what's the point? Do you know that in 2009, 5 teams went undefeated in the regular season, but only 2 of them could play for the so-called championship? Fuck that, it will never happen again. Do you know that we were 1 second away from having Cincinnati in the championship game before Texas pulled out a miracle field goal in their game against Nebraska after the time clock had apparently run out? Thank God for instant replay. Maybe the World Cup should get with the times. Do you know that Cincinnati subsequently lost by 27 points in their bowl game? Yes, to Florida, the same team Alabama beat by 19 points. Good thing Cincinnati never got to play Alabama. Who's the genius that had Cincinnati ranked 3rd and 1 second away from playing in the championship game against Alabama, while Boise State was never considered? I'm the fucking genius, okay? So, now let's talk about this year, if you insist. I'd rather not talk about it. Too bad, since you are the BCS, you have to talk about it. Oh no, I'm really starting to get sick of this shit. Do you know that Boise State started this year ranked number 3 and Auburn started out ranked number 22? Yes. Do you know that Boise State has won every game by an average margin of 36 points per game? I thought it was only 35 points. Do you know that they went on the road to play Virginia Tech in the first game of the year? Yes. Do you know that they also played Oregon State and beat them by 13? Yes. Do you know that they are 2nd in the nation in scoring and also 2nd in the nation in defense? I did not know that. Sounds like they are a pretty good team. Can you explain how a team that started at number 3 has gone down to number 4, even though they won every game by an average margin of 36 points and both teams originally ahead of them have lost? I don't know, it's a stupid piece of shit system, alright? And what about the current argument of Boise State versus TCU? What do you think of that? I don't know what to think. I just wish they could meet on the field. Boise State and TCU did meet on the field in the final game of last year. Do you know who won? Yes, Boise State did. Do you know that Boise State and TCU had a common opponent this year? Oregon State? I did not know that. Boise State beat the Beavers by 13. TCU beat them by 9. Okay. Boise State's best win is against Virginia Tech, currently ranked 16th. TCU's best win is against Utah, a team who lost to Notre Dame. So how is TCU currently ranked ahead of Boise State? I just don't understand. I don't understand either. Wouldn't it be great if Oregon, Auburn, Boise State, and TCU could play LSU, Stanford, Wisconsin, and Oklahoma State in the 4 major bowl games, with the winners advancing to a 4-team playoff that extends into January? Man, that would be awesome. Yes, it would. Do you think that can ever happen? Only if someone at the NCAA decides that the integrity of the game is truly important. I doubt those hypocrites will ever make any positive changes. We are pretty much stuck with this BCS mess. As a sports fan, the only thing I hate more than ESPN's stupid pop-up ads on every goddamn page is the stupid BCS, bitch-ass crooked system.